Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Hope you're doing okay. You know, when we see folks here where I live, we say good morning, good afternoon, hello, good evening when you see somebody. And when you're leaving and you're going away, you say usually goodbye, see you later, talk to you later. Well, here right now, if you live where I live, which is Florida, when you see somebody and you're leaving them, you say be safe. And that's what we say. We say, be safe. And unfortunately, in the last 2 weeks, that's what we've been saying a lot to each other is, be safe. Not goodbye, see you later, but be safe. So that's a Florida, um, not a greeting, I guess, exit. I don't know the exact word for it right now, but right now we're going through a storm. So I've got some time. We're not going anyplace. So I decided to kind of go through my books here real quick to kind of put them together. You never know. So in case, you have to do like, I guess maybe like an insurance claim or something. Say if I have a really valuable book, which I have a couple, I guess, take records of that and so forth. And hey, what a great time to go ahead and just open up this pack that I've had, sitting there for a while that I just never got to. The funny thing is I was going to do a different video. I was going to post a different video that I shot not too long ago. But I'm going to go, this one's going to be kind of out of order. So if I do the video later and post it, it's going to seem out of order, but that's fine. We do what we can. So anyway, all right, we're going to go to open this pack here. This is a Black Knight Curse of Ebony Blade Marvel Comics 7 for 10 pack from Walmart that I got a while back. And like I said, it was piled in with all my books and I have not opened it yet. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this one open so we can see what's going on. And, just something to do to pass the time. All right, so let's go ahead and open this. All right. And I truly, truly hope that the folks that are on the bad side of this storm, I really hope you guys are doing okay. But luckily, we've learned to deal with this in this state. So a lot of times folks figure it out and they get out of the way. But, I wish everybody the best. All right, let's go ahead and do this real quick. So Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade. All right. And we have Infinity Watch. All right, so they kind of have a little out of order here. Usually you'd have a book on the top like so, and then so forth. But they did a little out of order, and that's fine. I'm good with that. We'll go ahead and open this up and see what we've got with this Black Knight. Now, I do not have this Black Knight issue. I know I won't say I know, but I believe it is the first appearance of the character. If I remember correctly, it was Dane's daughter, perhaps. Not 100% sure, but I'm going to find out. And I know it was kind of a hot book for a while there. Black Knight was a hot character when this was going on because of the Eternals and because of the fact that he might be in the Blade movie. All right, so it is a very cool cover. Nonetheless, it is a very, very cool cover. And we're going to check that one out. So let's put this to the side. Then we have Fantastic Four Antithesis. Not a book that I really wanted to get, but, in retrospect, looking back, this was a series that was done before before Neil Adams passed. So, Neil Adams was a great artist, did some fabulous work with the X-Men. That's when I first discovered him back in the day. And I'm talking back in the day. So, really way before his time at when he was doing that stuff with the X-Men. And really, really good stuff. And of course, the stuff he did with Batman, of course. But this is a modern book that he did. And, with Mark Waid. So, it's kind of interesting. That's something I could read. Listen, I've got plenty of time to read right now. All right. And we have a lenticular, and I don't like lenticulars. Man, I can't stand lenticulars. And this lenticular for, looks like Jean Grey. I gotta admit, it does look pretty cool though on the cover there. It did come out pretty good actually. Check this out. That's actually probably the coolest lenticular I've seen. It's hard to see with the camera, but I just cannot stand lenticulars. But that one came out pretty good. Cool. All right. So, of course, we have Wolverine Infinity Watch, singular. And then we have another silk book. So I already cut through there. So let's go and open this up. I have many of these silks, many of them. So add this one to my collection. Let's see if I find something new. Okie dokie. So we have silk, of course. This one's a little rough. It's a little rough. But I have plenty of them. Ugh, Powers of X. Dag nabbit. I've got so many of these. It's a good book. Good art. God, it's a good book. Don't get me wrong. But man, I've got a ton of these. Second printing. So last but not least, let's see. Empire, number 6, variant. Pretty cool cover though. I mean, I don't have this particular one, but that's a pretty good cover. This is a variant edition of, I believe, the final issue. This one's a little banged up too, but okay. All right. So I guess I am happy I've got this Black Knight, and I said this is kind of an interesting book for me to get, and I'm gonna read these because right now, you know, here's a little something. When I was younger, here, whenever we had a hurricane or anything like that, a storm, and we lost power, what do we do to entertain ourselves? What do I do to entertain myself? I read comic books, all right? I went and grabbed a comic book, and I read a comic book. Sometimes I had to go back and read comic books that I haven't read in a while, but, you know, that was our YouTube. That was our DVD player, our Blu-ray, our digital, our streaming, comic books. And it took you away to another place with a fantastic world, fantastic characters, all kinds of stuff happening, and you use your imagination, and that's how we spent the time. That's how I spent the time during a situation like this when you couldn't go anyplace. Now, if you're from the north, you probably got snowed in. Maybe the same thing to you for some of you older folks. But the point I'm making is that, you know, a lot of folks talk about these comic books as investments and about how much money you can make later on, or what you should buy and shouldn't buy, and I'm fine with that. But I've also heard some people say that the only reason people get into this is to make money, or that if you are doing this and you don't say that that if you how they put it, that it's for flippers, and if you're not, then you're lying to yourself or whatever. I've heard something like that before, but I'm here to tell you that as a man of my age, I've been doing this for a very long time. I get it. There's some books I get and I do sell them. I'm not gonna lie, but that is not why I got into this game. That's not why I got into this hobby, and that's why a lot of people get into it. They get in for 2 reasons. Maybe you want to make money, fine. Maybe you just want to collect and read stories, and that's my point. Because right now, guys, I am going to read some books, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read them, and I'm going to try to enjoy them, and that's the part of the hobby that I like. So I'm just saying, like, do what you want to do. That's fine. No hate, but I'm just saying, don't tell me that everybody that buys comic books is doing it just to flip it. That's not the case. This is an escape. This is a hobby, and this is what I do. And hopefully that's what you're going to do. Okay? So that being said, I'm out of here. Guys, be safe.